Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amara. This is Tarot by Amara. So today's pick a card reading, we are going to look at the person on your mind today, and we're going to find out have they moved on. So I'm going into this reading with the intention that we are looking at ex-partners or someone that you were romantically involved with. We're going to find out if they have moved on from you. Now please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so only take what applies to your situation. Please don't make it fit. If it's not your reading today, it's just not your reading. Please don't force it. I also understand that this question can be triggering, and so please only watch this reading if you feel ready. um you know just please keep that in mind, and that it is a general reading, so just that's important to note, that so many of you are watching that it won't apply to all of your situations. I'm here as a tarot reader. My job here is to bring you clarity. So for those of you who have been intuitively feeling like maybe your person has moved on, maybe they haven't, if you're feeling curious, then you are in the right place. I do want to get as detailed as possible so you know that like this is your story. But if it doesn't sit right with you in your heart and your soul, don't take it. Don't take the message. You don't have to. You have absolutely free will. If you want to log off halfway through, you can do that as well. Okay, so just keep that in mind. It is a general reading. I just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there because I know that this can be a triggering question for some people. So yeah. What else? I'm not taking any kind of personal readings, but if you want to watch more tarot from me, you can follow me on TikTok. The link is in my description box below. But yeah, that being said, let's look at the 3 cards in front of us. So pile number 1, you have cycles, change, and completion. Pile number 2, you have assistance and spirit guides. And pile number 3, you have stability, harmony, and flow. So take a minute to pause the video, think about the person on your mind, take a couple deep breaths. Try not to overthink it when choosing a pile, and just choose the one that you feel the most intuitively drawn to. But that being said, thank you all for being here, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to dive right into the person on your mind, and we're going to find out have they moved on from you. So you guys chose the cycles and completion card, which it's a really beautiful card. I do want to talk a little bit about the energy that I'm feeling with your pile. So this card is really interesting because whenever I see this card, I think about a rebirth, a new beginning, right? An old cycle closing out and a new one beginning. So this can go one way or the other, right? This can go a new cycle happening with this person, with the 2 of you together, or this is like a cycle that has completed, as in like the 2 of you are over, actually really done, and a change is happening within your own personal life, within their own personal life, So there is changes happening here. You could feel intuitively like that you are on the brink of change, right? Like you're on the edge of a cliff and someone just needs to push you off. It feels like you're taking a lot of leap of faiths, right? Like going with the flow. There's endless possibilities for me in the world. Like you just feel very free right now. I'm getting like a very free, literal like butterfly, like fly your wings away, like that kind of energy coming from your pile. But there's just also this energy of like things have been very like silent between you and the person that you're asking about. So if this is like an ex-partner, like you genuinely have not spoken to this person, like it's been really silent, and it's like you've chosen silence, right? Like you have chosen not to reach out to this person, to not chase them, to just separate yourselves from them, right? Especially if it's like, I'm seeing like two people who are like arguing, and this person approached you or said something like, well, I just need space. And you were like, okay, if you want space, I'll literally disappear. So that's the kind of energy that's coming through here. There is a little bit of uncertainty coming from this connection. It feels very much like maybe they did move on, maybe they didn't. Like, you really have no indication. That's why you're here, right? Like, it feels like things are kind of in murky waters, or just like a gray area. Like, things are cloudy right now. You don't have all the answers, but it's like you're going with the flow of it. It doesn't feel anxiety inducing. It doesn't feel, um, it just feels like whatever happens, happens, right? So as you're going through this brink of change, and, you know, I feel like things are changing for you externally, internally, your environment. Um, you're in a very transitional period, is what feels really, really important to your story, where maybe some of you just started a new job. Maybe some of you guys moved to a different state, or like there's just some kind of transition period happening for you, and it feels uncomfortable but also comfortable at the same time. It's like you can't stay in the past. Like, you know, you can't stay in the past, but it's like you have one foot out the door kind of energy. So I'm gonna pull some oracle cards to get more clarity here with your connection. Regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have time apart. Some distance will bring clarity. Yeah, this is exactly the energy that was coming through with your reading, where it feels like things are, like you're unsure if things are really over, is what it feels like with this pile. You guys could be literally on a break, like you're having time apart. It's like, it literally, like what I said, like, we need space, we need time, and then we'll regroup and see, you know, where we're at. But like, no one has made the move to communicate, or like, you have fully chosen to stay silent. There is regret here, there's remorse, there's feeling of sadness, right? And I think like this time apart was supposed to bring the clarity, right? Like, it was supposed to bring some kind of answers within your connection, and it never did. So now you guys are kind of in this cloudy, like, I'm just seeing two people who are in like a very, like in a room of smoke, trying to find each other again. That's what it feels like. Things aren't clear for some reason. Like, things are just very, when it comes to this relationship for you, things are very unclear. There's a lot of uncertainty. But when it comes to your own personal life, you are on the brink of massive amounts of change. And it's like, while you were sitting in this kind of cloudy area with your person, you're being pulled in a completely different direction, is what I feel like. And not to like a new person, but just like a new life. So in a weird way, this time apart for you was a very beneficial, because you're now having all these opportunities. You're closing out cycles, you're closing out things from the past and starting new ones. Like, you're going through like a rebirth, if not already. So how do I want to situate this? So let's just get straight into the tarot to see if they moved on. I don't think you have. I think you're trying. I think you have moments of like, I should just completely be done with this. But I think that you're purposely keeping your distance from this person. Like, it feels very like, I'm purposely shutting my mouth. Maybe you feel like the ball is in their court, right? Oh boy. So, okay. Have they moved on from pile number 1? The sun. There's clarity. Have they moved on? The Hierophant. The Lovers. I don't think so, pile number 1. I don't think they've moved on from you. Knight of Swords. Have they moved on from pile number 1? That's too many. We have the Nine of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, wow. Have they moved on? Interesting. We have the Three of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Okay, this reading took a turn that I did not expect. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, I'm going to be very honest. I'm seeing 2 storylines, okay? For some of you, this person has someone else. Only take that if that applies. So for some of you, this is a yes, that this person has moved on to another person. They're definitely involved with someone. But I don't want to dive deep into that too much because this is, I don't dive deep into third-party stuff. But there is there's just someone who's lingering in their energy. I don't know if it could be serious, it could not be. Okay. So for some of you, yes, this person has, there's just someone in their energy. For others of you, it's a no. So I'm reading this as 2 separate stories. I wish it was just one to make it a little easier, but no, there's 2 storylines here. So I want to look at the ones that have moved on first. Okay, give me 1 second because we have an unexpected visitor, so maybe that's a confirmation for someone. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. So for some of you, there's a confirmation that this person could be potentially on the move towards you. But for those of you who this person has moved on, it's looking like they made a choice between you and this other person. That's the regret here. Okay, I'm going to be very real. They don't like the choice that they made to be with this other person. It was a very swift, very quick decision with the Knight of Swords here, and they're in deep regret about it. I think you've chosen to stay single and be independent and focus on your own. Again, you're in a very transitional period. You have your own situations going on. You're focusing on your money, your independent, your abundance. You can see the way this Queen of Pentacles, her back is turned away from all of this mess that's on the side. It feels like whatever situation that they chose over you, they have pain over it. There's heartbreak over here over a decision that they made, which was to choose someone else, which is why the Lover's card is here as well. The Lover's card talks about a choice. And so this person here has made a decision to choose someone else, to move on, to pick someone else and be with them, and I think it's backfiring on them actually a little. Because you can see the way the the Knight of Swords is looking over his shoulder, and the Queen is right beneath him. There's this energy of like, did I make the right choice? And they feel like they didn't. For some of you, they made this choice over financial reasons. But for others of you, they made this choice because it was practically like the right choice. Like it made sense to them to be with this person. Like it was an easy choice. I think they moved on in the sense that they are in another energy with someone, right? Like they feel like they have to be committed now because they made the decision. That's why the Hierophant is here, right? They made this decision and now they're stuck with it. And in a weird way, your person's like okay with that. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, okay, I made this decision. I'm going to be with this person. Because now I have to put in the effort. Like I made this choice. Like there's no going back. So I think they have moved on in the sense of like, yeah, I'm with someone else. But I don't think their heart has fully let you go. Because they're still in regret over it. They're still kind of like, you made them happy with the Sun, right? The Lover's card is here, so that indicates a special connection between the two of you. Like, there is value where you are. I don't know what this is about. I'll clarify, like, what's the reasoning as to why they chose this other person over you. Keep in mind, this is why I get detailed, okay? So if this is not applying to you, please don't take it if it doesn't apply. If you don't know that this person is with someone else, like for some of you, you have to intuitively know that what I'm saying fits into your story. Please don't force it if it doesn't fit, okay? I think for some of you, this time apart, they met someone else that kind of fit what they were looking for, but in a weird way, it's very superficial. Like it's very practical. Like let's say they got married, hypothetically, because a Hierophant is here, right? Hypothetically, they're marrying someone over practicality. Like it just fits, you know. Is it true, authentic, divine love? I don't know. I don't really see that here. Um, so I think again, they moved on, but I think their heart is still in pain from this connection. The Three of Swords, the regret. I think there is something still lingering, some kind of closure that needs to happen. Now you're showing up with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So this tells me is that you are also wanting to complete this out. I don't think for some of you, you are necessarily wanting this person back. Maybe you are, I don't know. So yeah, so that's the energy that I'm picking up for those of you where they chose someone else, like there's another person. Now there's another group of you where I feel like there's something here about them not fully moving on, but they're like also kind of like not feeling ready to be in a commitment, to be in a partnership. Like they're very slow moving. Um, they see your value, they see your worth, but there's a but there, right? Like this is not someone who's making any kind of quick decision to be with you. They're contemplating. We're trying to gain the clarity. . So that's for some of you, but I think for a majority of you, I think the first storyline probably fits the most because it's very clear here. That's what I see, that there's another person that they're with. Even if it's casual, there's still someone else in their energy. Um, yeah, okay, so let's clarify. I want to know why they made this choice. Like, what's the deal with this energy? Something's not right. Okay, yeah. King of Swords, they made a practical decision. They made a choice that they felt was right. Because the King of Swords, someone who can be indecisive, right? But the King of Swords is someone who makes very, very fair. I think when I think of King of Swords, the first king that shows up in my mind is a Libra. So this is someone who does the right thing, who makes the right decision, who thinks with their head. So your person chose to move on and to be with this person because of a practical reason, not because of love. I don't know if this person has a child with this other person or if there's just something there with this other person that they're feeling that they need to stick around and commit to. Again, the Lover's card talks about a choice, so this person made a choice to do so, right? Have they moved on? What else do I need to know about this? Or does pile number 1 need to know about this? 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, financial reasons. Financial reasons. Maybe this person has money. The person that they're with has money. But listen, the 5 of Pentacles talks about being in a place of lack, okay? So if we're looking at this situation as your person choosing someone else because they have something. So it looks like this person needed to fill their cup, right? I think this is your person is they could be insecure, right? Coming from a place of lack, being with someone who maybe nurtures them to the point of like too much, right? Gives them everything they need. Take cares of them, right? Like they just there's some kind of overgiving that is happening with your person from the person that they're with. So let's, for example, let's look at this. This queen is giving a lot to this King of Swords. A lot. Because he needs it. It's a very, like, I'm just getting someone who's, like, doting on your King of Swords. And to be honest, I'm not getting a negative, like, energy coming from this person at all. It just feels like they made a choice. And that choice wasn't you, and they're in regret over it. But I think it's something that they're missing. They're not fulfilled in whatever this situation is. So they have moved on, but they're not fulfilled. They think that they can find fulfillment and happiness and security in another person. I'm sorry, but when you make a decision like that from a place of practicality and not love, you're going to get bit. You're going to get hurt. And I think your person with the Knight of Swords here did make a quick decision to maybe cut you out, and now they're in regret over it because of their actions. Whether you want them back or not, that's not the point. The point is their actions here and what they did. There's still heartbreak lingering in your person. over something. It could be guilt, right? But you're kind of minding your own business. The time apart from them brought you the clarity that you need about what they're going on with, right? Like there's, they're dealing with their own stuff and you're dealing with your own stuff and you have your own clarity. You don't need any closure, right? So I think, yes, overall energy here, yeah, your person has moved on, but their heart is still in regret and pain over what they did to you. Okay, so I think for a lot of you, that was the clarity that you needed. Confirmation for you that your intuition was right. Again, don't make it fit. Don't make it fit. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Now, for those of you who don't really resonate with the storyline of them choosing someone else, I think this person is, again, the choice still matters. They could be choosing to explore other options while their heart is still hurting and they haven't fully moved on from you, right? That can also make sense for some of you, where it's like they're choosing other things, other situations, things that aren't fulfilling, knowing that you brought the fulfillment, but not making any kind of choice to be with you. They're in regret over it. Take it how it applies. So, pile number 1, I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. That helps the growth of my channel. I'm not taking any kind of personal readings right now, but if you want to watch more tarot from me, you can click the link in my description box below and follow me on TikTok. There could be a message there for you as well. But that being said, thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye! Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. We're going to dive deep into your person, and we're going to find out, have they moved on from you? So just energetically, what I've been feeling for your pile is, my skin feels really warm. Like it feels really hot. So it could generally be super hot where you are right now, and you're experiencing like hot flashes. Like it just feels like an energy of, things needing to be cool down. So I don't know if you just had like an argument with your person, or there was just kind of a fight and you broke up. But there is an energy of a separation here for sure. I'm getting like recently, like within the last 6 months or so for some of you. But there is an energy of like you really needing assistance during this time. Okay, so whether that be from God, your ancestors, whatever you believe in, right? Like I'm genuinely getting someone who's praying and asking for assistance and help, especially if you just had a breakup with this person, or you've just gone through something really intense with this person, or even in your personal life. It's like you are definitely wanting guidance during this time. Hence why you're here. I always recommend seeking mental health therapy, or talking to your loved ones during this time, something outside of just prayer. Talking to your friends, or just talking to someone could be really helpful right now. Like getting out your emotions feels very crucial during this period for you, but just in general with like this assistance card, it feels like there is a lot of protection over you and this person. Like I'm just seeing like a bunch of like angels centered around the two of you in like a bubble. So I think there's something definitely here with like a lot of love and a lot of just like heaviness. I feel like this was very recent for some of you, but it feels like the two of you are very supported by the universe, encouraged by the universe, because I feel like there's a lump in my throat as well. So maybe there's fear here to speak up and talk about your feelings. Maybe the both of you have struggled with like vulnerability and talking about your feelings and expressing your love with one another, right? Like there's this fear around opening up. And so the universe is sort of encouraging the both of you to do so in some way. That it would be helpful to your relationship if you just talked, right? So I'm gonna pull some. There's like a little hair here. Sorry. So I'm gonna pull some oracle cards to get more clarity. Okay, so what else do we need to know? So we have warning, don't dismiss the red flags here. Oh, and we have forgiveness. Forgiving yourself or another will help you move forward. Okay, so I love the card of forgiveness. Forgiveness is one of my favorite cards because forgiveness is important, especially in relationships. Especially if you are wanting to reconnect with someone. Forgiveness is part of the journey. And you could be at a place right now, you know, where forgiving this person is not easy, okay? Or even forgiving yourself. There's a lot of like spiritual energy in your pile. Like there's a lot of like guidance and prayer and just really important life lessons happening for you right now. Not even with this person, just like in general, right? I think in some sense, the hurt that you're feeling from losing this person or being in a separation with them is really bringing you the clarity that you need, but it's also helping you learn about forgiveness and what it means to forgive. Now the warning energy, in a weird way, I feel like this is not targeted toward your person. This warning and forgiveness is more so towards you. Not saying you're the red flag at all. This warning to me is more so a spiritual warning where it's like the lack, and we'll see more into this, the tarot, but the energy that I'm picking up intuitively is like the lack of vulnerability, not opening up your heart and not talking about your feelings could backfire. Not forgiving this person could make things worse for you emotionally. If you hold on to maybe the hurtful words that were said, the resentment, the pain, if you continue to hold on to that, in the long run, is that really beneficial to you, right? So I think this assistance is extremely crucial to your journey right now with this person, with or without them. It just feels very important to understand these things. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. Where are my cards? Where did I put them? Give me 1 second. So I'm going to do a quick shuffle, but I feel like you haven't moved on at all. I think... Ooh, it just started pouring rain. Okay, so you're feeling the grief, the sadness, right? Like you feel the pain. I don't think you have fully let go of this person. Let's find out if they have. Okay, pile number 2. Has your person moved on? Oh, they're just popping right out. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, the Death card. I feel like putting that there, because that signifies the ending of your relationship, right? The Death card. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Cups. Have they moved on? So we have the Hierophant, the High Priestess. That's a divine pair, I believe. And we have the Six of Cups. Okay, so pile number 2, your person has not moved on from you. And we have Judgment at the bottom of the deck. And I'll explain why I feel like they haven't moved on. One, I feel like they haven't moved on because for some of you, this is very fresh. Like this is something that just ended within the last, for like 1 to 6 months, like for some of you. For those of you who resonate with maybe this being like a connection that has ended a while ago, like this is an actual ex-partner, I still don't think they have moved on. So for all of you, this is a no, that they haven't moved on. The Death card really signifies the ending of this relationship, right? Like it felt like a death. It felt like an absolute death. And with the Eight of Swords being here, this person is trapped mentally as to how to move forward from this. Like they don't know how to move on. And oftentimes with the Six of Swords being here, this is actually my card of moving on and moving forward. But because the Five of Wands is here, this person is actually wanting to move away from the conflict. Okay, so they haven't moved on from you, but they're wanting to move on from the conflict. Inner conflict, external conflict, conflict with you. They just want to be at peace, is what it feels like. But the Eight of Swords really talks about, you know, feeling that mental entrapment, feeling stuck, anxiety, unable to get out of the captivity of their mind. There is confusion here for them as well. I think they're also wondering, have you moved on? The Seven of Cups talks about having several options in front of you, but also confusion and unable to make a decision. So they're clearly stuck, right? Like this is not someone who is eager to, you know, it's almost like they're just sitting in it. Really, they're sitting in it for now, which is understandable if this is an energy of something that is recent. Like it's a normal feeling to be confused, to not know what to do with yourself when you just go through a breakup. For those of you who, you know, this is like an ex-partner, they're also kind of like, there's this energy of being stuck in the past because the Six of Cups is here. So they're missing you. They're feeling, you know, reminiscent. They're nostalgic. So yeah, for either groups, like no one here has moved on. Now I am seeing a glimpse into the near future, which is this middle energy here, and also maybe here, but these three energies, the Knight of Cups, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess. So there is this element of growth that has happened or will be happening in the near future for this connection where, the death card talks about a death and rebirth. So the death is literally you going through a massive transition and transformation period. As painful as it is, with or without this person, you are going through a massive change, and so are they. You are becoming this high priestess, someone who is able to understand his or her emotions, is very highly intuitive, very skilled. You could resonate with being a witch or a mystic, or someone who attains a lot of knowledge and power through her craft. In this case, for some of you, it is solely just your intuition and you mastering how to control your emotions to keep yourself hidden. They're showing up as a Hierophant energy. Traditional, masculine, very clear as to what is it that they believe in with their values. This is what the two of you have transformed into. And in order to become this, you have to master forgiveness. If you want to sit together as a pair, you have to master forgiveness. That's the judgment call for both of you, right? I really don't think either one of you has moved on. I think that you're sitting in the grief, you're sitting in the mental entrapment, unsure, sitting in uncertainty, feeling confused, feeling like you miss each other. These are all very normal feelings, okay? And the rain is starting to pour even harder. So cleansing, purification. It's literally like a summer monsoon out there. What is going on? But this is the energy. Let your tears flow. Feel the pain, feel the heartbreak, feel everything that you need to feel possible so you can get to this. Now, I feel like the two of you are actually going to be a very, very powerful couple when the time comes. You will be skilled in spirituality, even, right? Like, the both of you could be very spiritual people. It's a very beautiful coming together, a beautiful, beautiful union. There is an opportunity here. There absolutely is. I can't give you a timing. I just got louder. Do you guys hear that? Wow. I feel like the both of you are very favored by the universe. You're supported, you're encouraged to be together, actually. I think you intuitively know that this is your person. The Knight of Cups is that kind of opportunity, that reconnection, that stepping into the connection again, that opening up your heart, that forgiveness. It's a water energy. It's light. It's playful. It's accepting. It's welcoming. It's opening up your heart. That's the vulnerability. That's the forgiveness, is that Knight of Cups. How you approach this connection could make or break it. It's really beautiful. It truly is. But I think that how you're feeling right now and how they're feeling right now is that feeling of not being able to move on right now, sitting in the conflict, sitting in the hurt and the pain. Allow yourself to be in that for now, but also understand in the perspective change and the approach as to, I can forgive myself and them for creating whatever conflict that happened between the two of you, accepting it, and opening up yourself to each other again one day when the time is right. But I feel like right now it's like there's a strong energy of like sitting in the mental captivity of your mind. And so are they, right? It's the feeling of like, I can't move on from this. I can't move on to what has been done. The conflict is the blockage here. And I think the conflict has a lot to do with vulnerability, not being able to express your feelings to one another, walking on tiptoes and eggshells. So no, I don't think either one of you has moved on from each other, especially them. I don't think they've moved on at all. I think they're really wanting to move on in the sense of like letting go of the conflict that was created here, right? Because they miss you with the Six of Cups. They're stuck in the past. So they haven't moved on, no. I want to get more information here. The outcome. What else do you need to know about this person? This is the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. Equal give and take. Reciprocation. This is also the energy of mirroring as well. So if you're showing up to this connection in your perspective and how you're viewing it is pain and you know, sitting in the conflict, so are they, right? Someone has a ball in their court as well. I think that if you feel like this person should be the one to reach out and reconnect with you, think about them in a way that's happy. Think of it as a Knight of Cups approach. The opening up your heart, the thinking about your future with one another, the possibilities, the love. Think about the love, solely the love that you had for this person, and diminish the pain and the conflict. That's also energetically, your person will feel that shift. What you give, you get back. Oops. This is the Seven of Pentacles, the Six and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. What you give, you get back, but you have to be patient. I think for some of you, there is this eagerness of like wanting all the answers. You know the answers with the High Priestess. If you know this person is truly for you, then you'll understand how to turn that patience into something much more productive, right? Understand its value. Understand the value of patience. Good things take a long time. It doesn't happen overnight. Wow, Ace of Pentacles, yeah. There's that opportunity to reconnect here, to build on your partnership. Eight of Pentacles, 6, 7, 8. It's just getting better and better and better. You guys will be leveling up. This connection will be leveling up to what is it that you were seeking out of it? A long-term stable commitment. And it will happen, absolutely. But I think use this time to allow yourself to feel all the emotions of a relationship that's ending or has ended. Because the Death card is a transitional period. So there is acceptance here, right? There's forgiveness, there's love. You're going through the stages of grief, literally, you know. So I'm going to leave that for you, pile number 2. I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you all for being here. Please like and subscribe. I'm not taking any kind of personal readings right now, but if you want to watch more tarot from me, you can follow me on TikTok. I have more readings on there. The link will be in my description box below. But that being said, thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. We're going to look into your person, and we're going to find out, have they moved on from you? So just energetically, what I'm feeling from your pile is like this really exciting, go with the flow kind of energy. It's like there's endless possibilities in the sea for you, endless options, endless opportunity. and you're feeling really good. You're feeling like things are finding aligning for you, right? Things are um, coming into balance for you in your personal life. Like things are like you're gaining stability, you're gaining momentum, you're gaining strength. Um, and it feels like you haven't maybe even thought about this person in quite some time. Um, it feels like they're the thing of the past. Maybe the past is returning. Because oftentimes, when we are in this stability, when we're gaining strength, when we're gaining momentum, and things are rebuilding in our lives, things from the past can come back to test the waters, right? Um, so there is this energy of like, maybe something is creeping in, maybe this person is creeping back in somehow. Um, as your life is changing and you're rebuilding things, and um, there's improvement, here comes this person like waltzing through the door. And for some of you, it's, I think you've been curious, hence why you're here on a video called have they moved on. um Feels for some of you like the timing wasn't right or something. um like it feels like you were together, it was great, and then life happened and you separated. For some of you it was a long-term connection, for others of you it was um, very fleeting, for a season. The two of you were together. Maybe you were together for a summer and then you went your separate ways. It just feels like it was such a quick thing, but it was passionate and it was intense, and it was exciting, and then the two of you separated your ways. And so um, there's this energy of like, I wonder how that person is doing. I wonder if they moved on. I wonder if they're with someone else. So that's the kind of energy that I'm feeling for you guys. Some of you guys could be dancers, or um, moving your body. You could be really into like going to the gym, swimming. You could be very athletic. Um, so let's pull some oracle cards to get more insight. What do we need to know about this connection? Finances, financial challenges are affecting this connection. Yeah, something about stability. What do we need to know about this connection? Integrity. Does this situation align with your morals and values? And at the bottom of the deck, we have decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. Interesting. So it feels like there is something here about finances being a blockage, maybe in this connection with this person, or there was in the past. Feels like the both of you met at a time where things were hard, where things were difficult, and I think you maybe gained an opportunity where your stability was growing, where you had some kind of career change or some kind of growth that um, helped you get ahead, and maybe this person was left behind. Um, Now there is a decision being made here about this connection right now. There's a decision that needs to be made, right? Maybe that is the decision. Does the situation with this person on your mind align with you and what you are looking for in a relationship? Okay, so I feel like that is crucial in the decision making process as to what is about to happen with this connection. Because I feel like for some of you, I don't know if this is like an ex. I don't know if this is like someone who was just in your life for like a brief second. Take it how it applies. I feel like maybe a lot of you chose this pile, but I do feel like financial and career focus is really coming through strongly for you. Could be a work situation, right, where you feel like, you know, you want to be with this person, but they're your coworker. I don't know. But it just feels like there is a decision that needs to be made, and that finances are a part, like playing a part in this relationship. So let's find out. We'll do a quick shuffle. If they have moved on from you. Have they moved on from pile number 3? Have they moved on? Ooh, oh my, that is way too many. But I will take, this popped right out, so I'm going to take the 5 of Cups. Have they moved on from pile number 3? Oh, wow. Lord, that's a lot. Okay. Sorry for the mess. We have the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. There's that finances coming through again. I don't know what that's about. We have the Emperor. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of you, this is like a work thing. We have the 7 of Swords. The 9 of Pentacles. Have they moved on? We have Temperance. Oh, and the 4 of Cups. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, I don't think this person has moved on. I think that they're pretending that they have moved on. I think this person is pretending. They're wearing a mask. This Emperor. They're not showing their full cards. This is someone who is masking how they feel. They're being very intentional as to how they're approaching this connection and how they're approaching this whole situation in general. Maybe even relationships in general. They're looking at this as like, they're looking at it as like they don't care, that they're not interested, they're being a bit avoidant, but in reality, this person has not moved on from you. They're feeling the grief with the 5 of Cups. They're feeling the sadness because they know that there is an opportunity here with you, that there is growth here with you, that there's value. They see it. You can see how the Emperor is sort of facing this Ace of Pentacles and this Queen of Wands. So they know your worth. They know your value. They see stability with you. They see some kind of future with you, okay? It's absolutely there. they're attracted to you. With the Knight of Wands, the Queen of Wands, you're fiery, you're passionate, you are everything that they're looking for in an ideal match. Like the Queen of Wands and the Emperor, it's a good match, right? Like you're fiery, you're passionate, you're ambitious, you look good together, but for some reason they're pretending, maybe because it is a work thing, right? Take that how it applies, but there is this energy of like hiding, avoiding, pretending to be like they're not interested. For some of you, they're doing this because they like to be single. They like to be independent and on their own. There's a certain lifestyle with being single that appeals to them. So this person has not moved on from you. They're pretending that they have. Does this situation align with your morals and values is a question you need to be asking yourself. That's the decision that needs to be made here. Level up, be with me, or not. Continue to play games. It's as simple and clear as day, right? They're pretending and acting like they're not interested when they are. When they want to be with you, when they see potential here to grow, to be harmonious, to create some kind of stable life with you. But for some reason, it's like, why though? I don't know why they're being like that. Again, it could be a work related thing, right? They don't want others to know. Sorry, I had to pause your reading for a second, pile number 3, but let's say hypothetically this is like a work situation, and the reason why they're hiding it is obviously because they don't want, maybe the higher ups to know, your coworkers to know. But there is just this feeling of just wearing a mask, not being authentic, avoiding having a conversation with you. It's almost like with the Emperor, how they appear to the world, and to their friends, to their family, is like they don't care, right? Like they are, enjoying being single, and that, you know, um, that there's no one in their life, this and that they're disinterested, but in reality, they haven't moved on from you, right? So like they're pretending like they're enjoying being single and being out there and exploring other options, or um, just avoiding any kind of commitment, but in reality they want to be committed to you. So they're pretending like they've moved on, but they really haven't, right? They really haven't at all. um and I think that they have been seeing you level up and creating your own stability in your life. Some of you guys are like on a stage somehow. Maybe some of you guys are singers, dancers, or something. Like they can see you somehow. Maybe you do really well at work, or whatever you do for a living. It's very creative, it's very passionate, and they're very attracted to you. So I feel like this person is watching you, pile number 3. Um, and it's like there's a little bit of jealousy here as well. I feel like if you have been, maybe if they see that you're out with someone else, or they hear things, it upsets them. But it's like you've made the choice to pretend like you're not interested, right? Like you have moved on, but in reality, they're a little upset. They're sad. And because we have finances here, this could be a reason as to why they feel like maybe they aren't good enough for you, right? Maybe that's why they're so, avoidant and not wearing a mask and pretending like, they moved on, when in reality, the finances is really affecting how they view themselves, right? Especially if they're coming from a place of lack. For others of you, they could just be non-committal. Because when I think about the Knight of Wands, I think about someone who is non-committal. Just as fast as they come in, they quickly leave, right? Now, with Temperance being here, and also Harmony here, there is this energy of needing to balance things out. Needing to cooperate, needing to collaborate here, to work together. Because I think that the longer this person pretends that they've moved on, the harder it's going to become for them to get back into your good graces. For, maybe, you could move on by then, right? Um, so I think that this person is viewing you as like the prize. Like they're viewing you as the one for them, right? Like their divine match, their person. But for some reason, it's like they can't just get themselves to be honest and be authentic. So let's pull more. What else do we need to know about pile number 3's person? Oh, wow. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. They haven't moved on at all. The Devil. Yeah. They have some kind of negativity, some kind of toxicity in their patterns. It could be the avoidant behavior, right? It's like hiding in plain sight. It's so interesting. It's almost like they don't want to approach you until they have something solid, especially if finances are a challenge here. Then their situation is kind of like, well, I'm just going to watch pile number 3 from afar and I'm going to pretend that I'm not interested, but in reality, I'm creating a plan. That's what the Page of Pentacles is. It's like having a small seed, an opportunity. So this is a toxic way of thinking for them. Like, that's not... What makes it unhealthy, like an unhealthy pattern, is them not being authentic and wearing a mask and not being truthful about how they feel. For some of you, it's like giving you mixed signals. Being dishonest. That's causing more tension and more conflict, and it's actually pushing you away even more. By doing this, it's creating more heartbreak for them. More sadness, more grief. I can't have pile number 3 because I don't have this in order, or my, whatever excuse, right? But the Three of Pentacles indicates that there is collaboration that can be helpful to this connection, that can create the harmony. But for some reason, they're refusing to do so. They're being avoidant here. They're not wanting to address the issues with you, right? Not wanting to have a conversation with you, pretending like they're disinterested. So that's what's happening here with your person. I really don't think they've moved on. In a weird way, I do feel like this person could be like if you're not in contact with them, it's better that they keep their distance. Do you know what I mean? Like, if this is someone that you genuinely don't know what's going on with them, it's better that they just watch you from afar and pretend, right? That to me, that's my perspective. For those of you who are literally in no contact with this person, this is like an ex, like you really haven't heard from them in like a year or something. Like, it's better that they just deal with their problems on their own. And then when they do have something solid, when they do feel like they're ready to prove to you that they can be with you and commit to you and create something stable, then amazing. But right now, it's better that they just keep their distance. Ten of Cups. And then my last card here for you guys is Ten of Swords. Yeah, they're in pain. They're in pain. They're hurt, right? In secret. They have a lot going on. They do. They have a lot going on. Whatever they're dealing with financially, it's hurting them, right? It's not making them feel good. Because I feel like the Emperor is someone who wants to be better, do better, who's a leader. And they're experiencing some kind of ending in their life. The tens is a cycle. It's a cycle that ends. Okay, you're at a 10. So the hard part is over for your person, but they're really dealing with like a whole lot of mess. Um, they're really trying to unchain themselves from this devil energy. It's a way of thinking, I feel like. But I also think there's a choice here for them to fight this, to choose happiness with that 10 of Cups and reach out to you and be like, I need assistance. I need help. Let's work together, right? Let's be a team here. This person seems very resistant to love. They could tell themselves like they're not deserving, right? I feel like they're thinking from a place of like they're thinking from a wounded place, from a place of control. Because the devil with the emperor, I think of control. I think of planning out an outcome, wanting things to look a certain way, be a certain way. But that is falling short for them. Like, it's not helping them out in any way. I'm just going to pull one more because I feel like this person is being guided to just open up. As soon as I say that, I look at the bottom of the deck, King of Cups and the Chariot. So this is strong Cancer energy, a little bit of Pisces as well. But this is someone who's being guided to follow their heart in this situation, to choose happiness, to change their perspective as well with that Hanged Man, to follow their heart and be open to love. I think this person's perspective on relationships could be changing, or their perception of you as well. It's like they're having a change of heart. And I don't necessarily feel like this is, because you all are going to be in very different situations, so I don't think that this is entirely like up to your person as well, because I feel like your energy is very blocked from me. You also feel very resistant to this, and I think that could also have an effect as to how this person is viewing you, right? Like, let's say you block them on social media. That tells them, hey, don't come forward, don't talk to me, I have a boundary up, right? So that can also create conflict and friction in this person's eyes, right? I think this pretending that they've moved on is helping them. Like, they think pretending is beneficial to their healing from this relationship, especially if this is an ex-partner with that 10 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. That's a painful breakup, right? So how they're viewing this is like, pile number 3 wants nothing to do with me, so I'm going to pretend. And to be honest, I don't think you necessarily have moved on either. You could also be wearing a mask and wearing a front. Because now I'm getting 2 very similar energies coming through. I want to clarify. Actually, I don't think I necessarily need to clarify. I think the Hanged Man tells enough of a story. Because the Hanged Man talks about a perspective change. It's feeling stuck. It's forcing you to take a pause. It's forcing you to reflect. So what's happening with you and your person right now is a need to reassess. And this isn't just about reassessing, like, the relationship. This is reassessing behaviors and patterns and what's making this connection truly stuck, right? And it's manifesting differently for both of you. I mean, it could be similar, but it is this energy of just like rethinking things, right? Um, so take that how that applies, pile number 3. I hope this reading resonated with you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like and subscribe. That helps the growth of my channel. I'm not taking any kind of personal readings right now, but if you would like to watch more tarot from me, you can follow me on TikTok. The link is in my description box below. But that being said, thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you guys in another reading. Bye.